in terms of our individual lives, we need a big front door in the sense that we're receiving the Holy Spirit constantly. We need to be refilled, but then we need to be evangelizing. That's the back door, if you like. It's no good just being filled and filled and filled if you're not. Jesus said, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses." So the purpose of the Holy Spirit, receiving the Holy Spirit, is in order to be a witness to Jesus. So you need that big front door, the big receiving. Otherwise, you become like the Dead Sea. If you're just receiving and receiving and receiving, you get saltier and saltier and saltier, but eventually you die. And I think the same is true of churches. If you just we're meant to have a big front door. For us, it doesn't have to be alpha. If you've got a better way, I always say, if we find a better way than alpha, we will go for the better way. But for us at the moment, alpha is the most effective way we've found to reach people outside the church. That's our front door. That's a main front door. Other ways which people come in, but the main front door is alpha. So if you just have a big front door, the church will grow and grow and grow. It'll get fatter and fatter and fatter, and it'll age until it dies. But if you have a big front door, you also need a big back door. And the big back door is church planting. And that is sending out your best leaders with, I mean, we generally speaking this is our model for church planting. We look for, we call it vicar, but let's say a pastor, an assistant pastor, worship leader, administrator, youth worker. So like you have those five places, and then about 30 people, 30 to 50 people, depending where it is. Now, if you send your best each time, what does that mean? It means someone else has got to take those positions. If you don't keep sending people out, you're going to have the same people all the time, and there's no room for the new people to grow. But when you send the people out, you really miss them, and you feel like, oh my goodness, we've lost our amazing worship leader, we've lost our youth worker, we've lost some of our best leaders, because it's only the best leaders who will go on the church plant. The fringe won't go on a church plant. It's the committed people who go, and the givers who go. And so you lose leaders, you lose money, you lose all those things. But what you do is you create space for other people to grow into that. And also it keeps you younger, because with alpha, with HTB alpha 18 to 35, you've got young people coming in, but then the people going out to plant, they're going to be people a little bit further on their journey, a little bit older. They're going to take leadership in the next church, and they're going to run alpha and have young people coming in. So you get a flow of young people coming into the church. You have a healthy church. And instead of being like the Dead Sea, just water coming in, you have water coming in and water coming in. I swim in the Serpentine every morning. You know the Serpentine in Hyde Park?
I do.
It's a beautiful lake. Some people say it's full of duck poo, but that is actually true. But it's still a lovely place to swim. Some people say it's very cold, but you're probably used to the ice in Canada.
No problem.
There is ice from time to time, but not all the time. Right now,
you were cold plunging before it was popular, Nicky. It's so popular now to cold. You were cold plunging before it was popular.
It's now very warm. It's 7.5 degrees this morning. It's like so warm. But the Serpentine looks it looks pretty clean at the moment. In the winter, it looks cleaner than in the summer. But it is actually clean. It's safe to swim in because there's water coming in at the Italian fountains and water going out underground into the Thames under Victoria. And so it's that flow of water that keeps it clean. And it's the same with churches. You need the water coming in, the water going out. So to have a healthy church, I think you need a big front door and a big back door. And so church planting is not a cost in that sense. It is, of course, at the time it's costly, you're losing people. But it is the way to stay healthy as a church, to stay young and to stay healthy.